Now to the Menendez case. Lyle Menendez expected to learn his fate today after his brother Erik was denied parole yesterday evening. NBC4's Robert Kovacik has been following these parole hearings. He joins us live from outside the correctional facility in San Diego. Robert.
And Colleen and Michael, you know we can't tell you much, but what we can disclose is that before these hearings began, defense attorney Mark Garrigo said Erik and Lyle Menendez will go before separate parole boards. And so that means, much like his brother yesterday, Lyle Menendez will appear remotely from inside of this prison to parole commissioners in Los Angeles. The focus, like his brother, will be on taking responsibility for the double murders of his parents in Beverly Hills, remorse, and the rehabilitation while incarcerated. Here is Lyle Menendez about life behind bars when I spoke with him extensively in 2017.
I think the laws across the country have been changing for prisoners in terms of realizing that they probably can rehabilitate and be productive members of society. And my brother and I certainly feel that we would be very productive members of society and continue to help in the areas that we started helping in prison. But those are decisions that we made by other people, so we're hopeful.
Now, at that point, 8 years ago, both brothers were serving life sentences without parole. Remember, the resentencing just happened a few months ago. But when we asked him in 2017, does he ever consider freedom, he said it was, quote, too torturous a thought. But then Lyle Menendez added this.
For me, hope is just keeping one's spirit strong, believing that, your life is not a failed life just because it's marked with so much tragedy. And just knowing that you can never really predict the future. And maybe I'll be reunited with my family out there. And I mean, they're certainly hoping for that someday. But my brother and I just try to stay healthy and keep our spirits up, and we'll see what happens.
Well, we know what happened yesterday. Erik Menendez denied parole and given 3 years before he can try again. But there is something to consider here, Michael, Colleen, as we come back to you live. Let us go back to that conversation in 2017. At that point, Lyle Menendez was housed up north, and he was adamant that he be transferred to the prison you see here behind me so he could be with his brother. The reason he explained to NBC4 was that his brother suffered from depression, that his brother had suicidal thoughts, and he was worried about him. In 2018, Lyle Menendez was transferred here, and the brothers have been incarcerated together ever since. So now there is this possibility that they could be separated once again, this time by freedom. Live in San Diego, I'm Robert Kovacik. It's the very latest from here.
Robert, thank you for that. We continue to cover every aspect of this story, including the board's recommendation, right here on the air. You can also head to NBCLA.com, where we have a special section that's dedicated to this case.